Oklahoma where the winds come, sweeping down the plain, twisters blow away your kingdom. Noise from the Sooner State, feel it in your eardrum. Way past the beginning and we are nowhere near done. My goodness, I'm nice with it. You can snap back, hold your hat, this how I'm fitting. Getting fueled up off your hate as if I need it. Why it takes on eating lighter, people say I'd eat it. You didn't know? When I hit the road, dog cities hear me spitting flows. Meanwhile, on tracks, I'm really not your typical spiritual, lyrical miracle, you imbecile. Going harder than a tombstone. Here lies in a method that never saw its doom, though. Joints instrumentally fired by IQ, yo. Rocking like a Lucifer track, but what do you know?
Forward and I can't go back.
Welcome all. This is the Outside of Green Country Soccer Podcast. I'm here with it's been a while. Everybody knows this is Mario. I'm rocking the Roughnecks hoodie today. I got my great co-host David rocking the old school, not the old school, but the old Roughnecks logo. But how you doing tonight, David?
Pretty good. This is when we could put out a decent hat, not some sort of hipster hat, you know, like 6-7 years ago. Golly. How you doing, buddy?
Doing good. You're gonna make me wear my new hat that I just got for the weekend match.
Why? Why?
They don't call me Boston Mario for nothing, but
yeah.
I'm not gonna wear it tonight. I'm not. We got our good buddy Rex on. He just said, "You're gonna have to report Harry for the hateful statements."
I think we both wore Roughnecks gear for Harry, you know, for that
yeah.
comment earlier on Twitter. So it's all great, all good. Glad to have those guys here with us tonight.
Oh yeah, and Harry did say one of the best intro of any podcast. Who has a band that did this song? And well done. We don't have a band, but we have the Mr. Number 4, Alan Doyle. He is the man. He graced us with using his one of his songs, and that man's amazing. Also, Harry says, wearing the Roughnecks hat. Yeah, don't forget about the hoodie. But yeah, man, David, it's been a while.
Yeah, it has, but it's been a slow time in the FC Tulsa world. So you know, we didn't really have any much to talk about. But it is that time of year where the transfer market is heating up in the USL. You know, everybody but one team has had activity in the USL Championship. Can you name that team that has not made any decisions yet, or at least publicly?
Not that I can think of. I know you're not talking about Tulsa because I think we made an announcement today, but
we did. North Carolina FC. Nothing. Crickets. I mean, we're going to put together our fantasy 2025 roster, but you know, I couldn't do mine today because I want Rodrigo da Costa back, and you know, North Carolina's holding that up.
Yeah, about that. But
now, Harry, Miami FC, they announced about 5 players that they're not bringing back, so they've actually made a little bit of noise, I guess, in the USL Championship sphere. But yeah, North Carolina.
But didn't North Carolina wait until the close to the season beginning for them to sign players? If I can recollect.
Yeah, but it was like the new year before they started making all their announcements. But it is what it is. I guess we should talk about some new signings, I guess, if you will, since last time we talked.
Yeah.
I will say this: Lexington SC has been making a lot of moves, been mover and shakers right now. They signed Milo Joseph, our boy Milo. He's going to go to Lexington. How do you feel about Milo going to the new Western Conference team, Lexington SC?
You mean the West Lexington? We'll talk about that later too. I love Milo. Milo was a great guy. He did a lot. I know there was some injury and also other players kind of stepping up. He didn't have the same performance that he had the year before, and I'm gonna miss Milo. Milo was a great guy, off the field, on the field, but I guess he
Right.
has to prove it over there.
Yep, he gets to do all that good stuff. But they brought in, Lucas Stauffer from El Paso. Logan Ketterer's coming back down. They signed Marcus Epps, Speedy Williams. They brought Milo in. And I know the guy that you mentioned last time from Central Valley Fuego, Alfredo Midance.
Yes.
He was a assist leader for USL League One last year. So that's all good pickups for um, Lexington. A guy I know we all liked signed with Orange County and Tristan Traeger. So take that one off the board. Let's see. Since last time we talked, just going through this real quickly. Indy 11's been making moves left and right. They brought in Patrick Hogan from Pittsburgh, Anthony Siaha from Monterey Bay, Bruno Rendon from North Carolina, or not North Carolina, Northern Colorado Hellstorm. And let's see. Another big pickups were Douglas Martinez went to Charleston Battery from Indy 11.
Yep.
How do you feel about that Douglas Martinez move?
I think we talked about it like 2 years ago. I was like, I would love to see him play. He was killing it in Sacramento.
Mm-hmm.
And I always wanted a player like him. He kind of played up top and he always attacked the defenders. And I really loved him. But him going to Charleston, I mean, that team already is loaded. But yeah, I think it'll be good for him over there playing in the Eastern Conference.
Yeah, that Sacramento club that made that run to the U.S. Open Cup final had him and had the guy that went to Colorado. What's his name? It's Malik Foster. They just had so much speed on the wings. It was pretty awesome to watch. Harry's team kind of stole. Me and you talked off air, but they kind of stole my thunder tonight. They signed Alex Cronoli. He was like the crown jewel of my roster build, and I had to like scrap it all last second. So, congratulations to San Antonio for signing Alex Cronoli.
Yeah,
that one hurts a little bit.
Just a little bit. Just a little bit.
Other news and notes: the regular season schedule came out. I think Tulsa opens up on the road against Phoenix Rising. Then we have like 4 straight home games.
Yep.
Then we finished the year with like 3 home games or something like that. 3 of the last 4 games.
It was kind of similar. It was like 5 games in October, was it?
Yeah.
And we had like 1 away. I mean, 1 home, 1 away, and then the rest were home, wasn't it?
Yeah. So, yeah, it's going to be for FC Tulsa, we can get off a strong start at home, and then we finish at home. We can start strong, finish strong, and just maintain that middle. I think we can have a great year. But another big news was Sacramento Republic named its head coach. Neil Collins is coming back to the USL Championship. He coached for Tampa Bay Rowdies for the longest time. Then he left and went over to, let's see, where did he go to? He was either in England or Scotland somewhere and coached there. Now he's coming back to coach for the Sacramento Republic. That to me is just as good as signing a big name in the off season. So congratulations. It was the Scottish Premier League, the Wraith Rovers, where he came over from. So, that hiring to me is just as good as getting a good pickup in the off season. So good moves from Sacramento Republic.
Yeah.
So, all right.
So
do you want to?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No, you go ahead. No, you go ahead, bud.
I was going to say, do you want to talk about our fantasy pick'em team that we kind of assemble?
Yeah, you want to go ahead and move into this little.
That's what the people are here for. They want to hear our pick'ems, and I'm going to let you go first because you have a nice little spreadsheet there that you want to kind of share. But before we do that, let's hear what Harry said. He says, how do you guys like your group and the Jägermeister Cup? And we love to see Omaha in your group. but understand they had to have 2 League One clubs in a group. Go ahead, David.
So I really wanted us to go against Texoma FC, and that didn't happen. So, that was my big letdown because they are legitimately the closest team to FC Tulsa. I know someone said on on Reddit, it was like, oh, there could be a big rivalry between San Antonio and Texoma. I was like, we're closer to Texoma than San Antonio. I was like,
Yeah.
But we get to take on one Knoxville. That's gonna be interesting. Former FC Tulsa goalkeeper Sean Lewis is the goalkeeper for one Knoxville, so that's gonna be an interesting matchup. Birmingham, we always love going against Birmingham. Indy's we've had some good results against Indy, and then we've had some bad results. So, that I think that's gonna be a good matchup for us. But really interested seeing this against Forward Madison. You know, they they've been just a great USL League One team. So it's going to be, I think it's going to be challenging, but I think we can advance out of our group. How do you feel?
Me, I'm excited to see Madison as well. I was actually going to ask you in the end of the show, but which team do you want to actually road trip to? But I'll save that for later. But I'm actually excited to see these teams. Actually, this past weekend, I drove by Birmingham and I drove by their stadium and I got to see that. And I'm excited to go up there. I actually want to go to Birmingham. I know for a little bit I've been wanting to go to Albuquerque again, but Birmingham looks really fun and nice. I'm going to forewarn everybody right now. If you drive at nighttime in Birmingham, you are not going to be seeing any of the street signs. They're they're not visible. They're not visible. And when you're on 1% battery life and Google Map, you're screwed. But no, I'm excited. Fort Madison is going to be a really tough competition. We got to play three League One teams. Yeah, we might come out with a cup. Let me not speak too soon. But
a little jealousy there.
a little bit. But our good buddy Rex asked us, Ford Madison, social media darlings, good jersey release every year. Yeah.
Yep.
Wait, but we got brand new jersey.
We did.
Jersey. Did we talk about this last time?
No, because it just came out last week.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, we get our new Hummel jerseys. Yeah, we got to see Danny Boy O'Connor from House of Pain repping them in the intro video for our new jerseys. So that was pretty cool. I liked it.
I gotta ask you, what do you think about that new jersey?
Yeah, good. It's good. I like it. Haven't pre-ordered mine yet, but it is pretty legit. I liked it. It actually got some play on Football Americas. So they're dripping or not segment, and it was dripping. So
nice.
Yes.
I'm not a fan of collared shirts. I am not, but I actually pre-ordered 2. So
nice.
I gotta wear it.
I like them.
We might have to make some kind of 918 brigade, a little bit kind of stylish with that, but we'll talk about that later down the road. But yeah, I'm super excited to see them.
Reminds me of the 2017 kits that Juan Pablo was wearing.
Oh yeah. I don't think I've even bought that jersey.
Oh, it's in the vault. So yeah, I got those ones.
All right, we have to have a jersey podcast one day, but go ahead, David.
All right, so let's go with this whole 2025 roster build that me and you been talking about. I had 5 keys to my roster build, and it was to get FC Tulsa back into the playoffs, and that's where I want to be. I know you want to be, but my first one was step 1 was sign at least 2 veteran center backs in their prime. 3 ones I highlighted was Alexis Suwahi or Connor Donovan or Robert Castellanos. Really like all 3 of those guys. So I'll get to here in a little bit which ones I actually said let's sign. But number 2 is make a splash, and that was get someone that will be a legit difference maker, and I say Cal Jennings. Number 3 was rob USL League One. go after the Pedro Dolabella from Union Omaha or Liam McKinnon from Greenville Triumph. 4 was take a Nisa flyer. You know me. I love my Nisa single tier. Pour out some for one's homies.
R.I.P. R.I.P.
All right. Look at Darwin Espinal, forward for Maryland Bobcats. He scored 34 career Nissan goals. He's a legitimate goal scorer. Number 5 was Shop the Memphis Fallout. Go look at the Bruno Lapas, the Hakeem Wards, Knight Pickerings, Marlon Santos, Lucas Turkeys, Panos Aronakis. Go look at those guys. Pick the bones off the fallen Memphis team. But so with that being said, this is my build out. I said I'm going to do a 4-2-3-1 lineup, and this is what I thought was best. Is up top, go get a Cal Jennings. We just signed Stefan Stojanovic that can handle the forward details. For left wing, we already signed Khalil Medkar. He's pretty versatile. He only played like 800 minutes last year for Loudoun United, but he's had 6 goals and I think 4 assists, so 10 goal contributions in less than 900 minutes. But if we go get someone like Marlon Santos put on left wing, Khalil Medkar could either play left wing or attacking midfielder as well. For attacking midfield, Bruno Lapa. Love Bruno Lapa. He would, let's see, he had 11 goals and 5 assists last year for Memphis 901. He's a legitimate playmaker, had over 70 goal or chances created last year for Memphis 901. He could be a guy that can be a difference maker and somebody who me and you both wanted as a attacking midfielder that can make plays. For depth, I had Khalil Medkar and bring back Santi Sanchez. Yeah, last year he was on an academy contract, or FC Tulsa. Bring him back, see if we can do the academy contract again with him or sign him to his first pro contract. Over on right wing, I have Burton Sokwison. I probably butchered his name. He played for the Real Monarchs of MLS Next Pro last year. The B side of Real Salt Lake. Then he went over to Pittsburgh Riverhounds late in the year, and he played like 7 games. He had like 5 goals and 2 assists. So he definitely made great use of his time in Pittsburgh. The Real Monarchs, or I guess to say Real Salt Lake, did not renew his contract this year. So on January 1st, he becomes a free agent. We re-signed Harvey St. Clair. Harvey St. Clair can play multiple positions on that right-hand side. He can play right wing. He can right wing back or right back. So he'd be good depth there. And the other selection on that right side is Alex Delu. I know me and you both love him. Alex can play on that right side. He can play forward. He can play as attacking midfielder. So bring back Alex to provide that quality depth on the right side. For center midfielders, I liked Pedro Dolabella. He played for Union Omaha last year. Let's see. Pedro, he had 10 goals and 4 assists last year for Union Omaha, who won the USL League One title. I think he was also first team All USL League One last year. And to put right behind him on depth wise, Andrew Booth, bring him back. He had up and down, I think, 2025 with FC Tulsa, but I saw enough quality moments. I'd like to have Andrew Booth back. At CDM, I have Evan Lazo. He's a lockdown 6. He's already resigned. Love having him back. Boubacar Diallo, he's not really a CDM. He's more of a central midfielder or maybe an attacking midfielder, but I saw glimpses of where I think he was really good defensively last year, where he can maybe slide in for CDM depth and also depth for central defensive midfielder Sebastian Sanchez. He was on loan FC Tulsa last year from Louisville City. Louisville did not renew his contract. And I could see quality from Sebastian depth-wise and coming in off the bench. So that's my midfield. Left back, I really like Hakeem Ward from Memphis 901. Solid player. He plays wing back. He can get up and down the field, make great crosses, great deliveries. I like Hakeem Ward. Backing him up is Patrick Seagrass. I see Patty Siegs, if we can get him back, as being kind of a hybrid left back, center back. Especially if we decide to go to a 3-man back line, he could play that left side of the center back role and have Hakeem over there on the running up the flank on the left side. On the right side, we've already signed 3 guys to play the right side. We got Arthur Rogers back, Owen Danback, Harvey St. Clair back. All three guys can play either right wing back or right back. Owen can play a little bit of CDM. Harvey can play a little bit of right wing if we need to. Injuries happen, they can fill in. So we're solidified on the right side. So really didn't add anybody to that. For center backs, like I said, I wanted to make a splash and get some really good quality center backs. Originally, I had penciled in Alex Pernali. He was going to be the gem, him and Cal Jennings, the gem of my signings. But he went to San Antonio, so I slotted in Connor Donovan from Sacramento Republic. You might know him. He played at OKC Energy for a little bit. Right. But Connor, penciling in for 30 games a year. He's a solid center back, can play really tough defense. I think he'd be really good. He's right-footed. He would slot in on that right side center back opposite of Alexis Sawahi, who I think we all loved Alexis, played last year. Definitely, he'd be a priority to bring back. I juggled a couple names as center backs as well as like Robert Castellanos, and a guy out of the Canadian Premier League by the name of Don Klomp, who played for Calvary FC. His contract ends December 31st. Be a free agent. He's two-time Canadian Premier League Defender of the Year. So I was like, maybe we could bring him in as depth. Also looked at guys like Lucas Turchi, but I don't think he would want to come in as a backup or fighting for a starting role. So I selected Abdoulaye Sissoko from Memphis 901. He had a great year for Memphis last year. He's also a Frenchman, just like Alexis Sawahi. So they got that in common. They can maybe they could work well together, especially if we go to a 3-man back line. Sebastian Sanchez is a center back. He can play CDM, center back, center midfield. So he's a very mobile piece to this reserve pattern. And another guy I liked was Ahmet Korga. He played for North Texas SC, who won the MLS Next Pro Championship last year. He also played a little bit for FC Dallas, not a whole lot, but he played a little bit. Showed signs of promise. Goalkeeper Johan Pinaronda's already signed. Michael Creek's already signed. So looking for a third goalkeeper. And who's better to bring back than Austin Warmel? Tulsa kid, local kid, worked at the front office of FC Tulsa. Loved Austin. He filled in great for us. He had a little bit off year last year with a couple games he played for Las Vegas Lights. But I really like Austin when he was here. So he'd be a great reserve pickup. There was a few other names I was looking at. Anthony Harper, he was an academy contract last year, 17-year-old defender. I don't know how he wants to proceed with his career, if he wants to go to college or whatnot, but he'd be good for depth, especially on the home games where we can have those two extra guys that are on academy contracts fill out the bench. So that would be good. I looked at DJ Dean, bringing him back because, we all love DJ Dean. Looked at Jorge Corrales, played at Lexington SC last year. He could fill in as a left back or as center back as well. So great versatility for Jorge Corrales. Also looked at A.O. Flanagan. He was on loan here in Tulsa, played in New Mexico United last year. So I was thinking if I needed a speedy wing back on the left side, he would be a good pickup as well. So I know a lot of our 918 Brigade members liked A.O. Flanagan.
Oh, yeah.
So he had been a good pickup. Eddie Manjoma. He played at Tampa Bay Rowdies last year. He could play right back or left back. I think he's more of a right back, but he played a lot of left back last year for Tampa Bay Rowdies. He's a Texas kid. So, he started in North Texas SC, the FC Dallas program. I think he went over to Phoenix Rising, and then he went over to Tampa Bay Rowdies. So he would be another solid pickup if we couldn't get someone like Akeem Ward. Let's look. Midfielders, I couldn't sign everybody. Fasel Batach, picked him up mid-season last year. He'd been a good attacking midfielder, center midfielder pickup to bring back. Tyreek McGee from Colorado Springs. Dude is quick as lightning. I love watching Tyreek McGee play. Isidro Martinez from Northern Colorado. Been a big fan of his since his Rio Grande Valley days. Panos Armonakis, from Memphis 901. He's just a really good, solid player. He'd been a good left wing attacking midfielder. Then James Murphy from Detroit City. Really liked him. He was my first one out on this group. It was either going to be him or Andrew Booth, and I went with the Andrew from last year in FC Tulsa. Then a couple of Canadian Premier League flavors. Kimbo Kabata, former FC Tulsa player, played for Hartford Athletic. Spent last year at York United in the Canadian Premier League. Didn't have a whole lot of game time, but we all know what Kimbo could do. We've seen it. We all liked it. Other one is Aiden Daniels, played at the Wanderers last year in Canadian Premier League. You might remember his time at OKC. He was a very solid solid midfielder. Then forwards, I didn't add him. He was probably number 2 out. It was Liam McKinnon from Greenville Triumph, the USL League One Player of the Year, Golden Boot winner. Just Greenville didn't pick his contract back up, extra as option, try to sign him, whatever. So he's obviously off to greener pastures. I don't know if it's going to be USL Championship or overseas. He's Swiss, I think. So other forwards, if we can't get Cal Jennings, we must go after someone like Augustine Williams. We all want a goal scorer. Augustine Williams, proven goal scorer in the USL Championship, and he's still only like 27, 28 years old. And he has already like 80 goals in the league. Aaron Boot would be a good pickup as well. He was on loan here last year. He's probably like my third or fourth choice. Probably like my third choice before we re-sign Stefan Stojanovic. Then I'm also looking at a guy from Northern Colorado by Ethan Horde, Knight Pickering from Memphis 901, or my favorite, Joaquin Rivas.
I was waiting for that one. I was like, that was your number one you were going to say, but
saved Joaquin for last. Love you, Joaquin. Wish we never got rid of you. Yada yada yada. But those were the guys I was really heavily looking at, and that's my team build right there. So, I don't know. What do you think?
no, man, it looks really good. He kind of stole a couple of my listings in the ending there, but
well, you can bring them up for your team, So
okay, I will, but I'm going to do a little bit different than yours. I'm going to start from goalkeeper. On mine, we already signed Johan, and we also signed Michael Creek. And I know this is really going to be hard for any of us FC Tulsa fans that seen this player before, but I would love to have Paul Blanchett. Have him come out. Have a battle for that first. I know Johan did amazing last season, and it's great. And I would love to see him play, be our starter. But I don't want no more easy rosters. I want some battles. I want to see this team battle to be on the field. And last year they were all battling pretty good, but yeah, I would love to see Paul Blanchett. He has experience. He's been in this league. He kind of knows the ins and outs. Defender, as we all know, we already have Harvey St. Clair, Arthur Rogers, Owen Dams. But I would love to see us re-sign Alexis Oahi. I would love to see us go for Toulouse from Memphis. But also, I would love to see Kendall Burks. Yes, Kendall Burks. If anybody remember him, he's from San Antonio. Sorry, Harry. And then a player that I've been looking at for a while, I think we kind of talked to him about him before, but Bruno Rendon from Northern Colorado. But
he's already been signed.
Yeah, I kind of found out later. I got a big old scratch one already. But anyways, those are my defender picks that I did. I actually did this on Sunday, and then I keep finding out, oh wait, that guy got picked up. This guy got picked up. Well, anyways, on my midfield, as we know, we already have Edwin Lazo. I would love to see us go for the Brazilian player. I don't know why I really like this guy, Gabriel Cabral from Miami FC. And then I would love to also see Juan Torres, Hartford. And then, yes, I'm picking off all Memphis players after this. Let's see, Bruno Lapa, Luis Fernando, and an old Tulsa player, Loney player, um, John Baccaro. Those players right there, I think we had those in the midfield. I think we won't have to worry about it. An assist kind of style player. Um, I really would like to have him. Um, Forwards, as we all know, we have Elmed Carr. Let's see, Elvis Amo from DCFC, Marlon from Birmingham, and Ethan Horde from Northern Colorado. And we also have already Stefan, and I had him before we signed him today. So that is my lineup. Yeah, it's a small shorter list than David's, but that's the guys that I really want soon, if possible. But yeah, that's mine in a twist. But what do you think about my listing?
It's good, a little thin. I hope we don't get injuries.
Yeah, I know. I we can just have all
Nah,
those midfielders playing. I think we could be good.
just bring up half a Memphis team for us. So we'll take that.
Yeah, just Memphis two or Memphis B, whatever you want to call us. But
No, we would not be Memphis. Maybe Tulsa B. There you go.
okay,
They all know how to play in a baseball park. So come on.
exactly.
So come on.
But
Yeah. No, good list. Good list. I really like the Ethan Horde kid. I remember watching him when he was here, played Tulsa Athletic, played FC Tulsa in the U.S. Open Cup. Tall kid, 6'4", and he seemed to be just full energy, score at will. So I like that. Yeah, good list. Gabriel Cabral. I didn't think of that guy meant for Miami. Um, that's an interesting pick. What did you like about Gabriel?
um, what I liked about him is his midfield play. Like I wish I had the stat on me right now, but he created a lot of chances for them.
Mhm.
Played both sides of the field. He played defense and also a good offense. His
Yeah,
chemistry, build up to the plays, it's really good, and that's why I really wanted him. I want, and like I said before, when I really wanted Alfredo Alvarado because he had plenty assists for Central Valley Fuego, but
hmm
somebody else took him. But
yeah,
I want to I want a true playmaker. I want somebody that can actually, push the ball forward, play defense, but also push the ball forward and score. Or like have a great playmaking skill and a Brazilian style player like him. Um, that's what I wanted him to be.
yeah.
Wanted us to have.
I just feel like we got to find some players to create chances. By the end of the year, after Portillo had left and Goodrum left, Blaine Ferry led us in chances created last year with 23. Uh, it just wasn't good enough to me. You know, Vassell Batosh was averaging 1.7 per 90 minutes, and I think Blaine was averaging 1.9 per 90 minutes. But we didn't have a single guy average so 2 chances created per 90, and you know 23 chances created. The guy leading the team, 23 chances created, it just wasn't good enough for me. So
Yeah.
definitely think we got to upgrade some playmaking abilities. And yeah, so
Oh
all right,
yeah, that's true. And we've been barking about that for now going
for a
on
while.
three seasons, right?
For a while. Yep. So let's go to Josh and his. Oh, that's right.
The man
Josh didn't show up.
the man is actually working. I mean, we got to give him a little bit of pep.
No, he's not.
He's working at Planet Fitness, working hard. Um,
He's celebrating City actually winning a game. I know I can't say anything, but it's about time those City guys go on
a
a
one game
roast.
win again. 1 game win against
hmm
Leicester. I can't talk. I mean, we gave Ipswich Town their first victory in what 23 years in the Premier
First,
League.
first home win of the season. So
Yeah,
yeah, we won't even talk about this. The shit show that was United today.
Our
Yeah.
Premier League. I did say no Premier League talk, but
No.
we gotta fill in some blanks.
It always seems to happen. But all right. So you want to talk a little more FC Tulsa news?
Yeah, go ahead.
So you talked about it earlier. Hummel has unveiled the new Stay Gold kit, was the Tulsa's 2025 home jersey. It's a collared kit, got a lot of little nuances to the city of Tulsa. How do you feel about a black kit being the home kit? It's usually a white kit.
Yeah, I just to be honest, I thought that was gonna be our third kit, not our home kit. That's gonna be. Uh, I know when we had our black kit just a couple of years ago, the black and gold one.
Yeah.
We were sweating in that one. Come June or July or August, we are going to be baking underneath that supporter section. I love it. I'm not gonna lie. I love the jersey. I love it. But as a home kit in July and August and even September, it's gonna be. We're gonna be having that on top of our head, just waving them around like a fan or something like that. But
And that's why we're all going to go to Planet Fitness and get in shape so we can do that.
yeah, that's what I did today. I went to Planet Fitness.
Yeah. There we go.
Yeah.
So gave Josh a free plug
Oh yeah.
business there. So
Yes,
no, that's the reason we're Tulsa. That's the reason we're Tulsa tough. Put us in a black kit. We'll sweat. Rex will make us some cold drinks. All be good.
Oh yes. Then we'll be like, what sweat? What heat?
What sweat? Exactly right. But like I said earlier, the 2025 schedule has come out. We start the season on March 8th in Phoenix. And our first home match will be March 15th when we take on the Tampa Bay Rowdies. Then we will have 3 more home matches after that to start out the season. Our first game in the Jägermeister Cup will be Saturday, April 26th, when we go to Knoxville, Tennessee to take on one Knoxville SC. Our first home game in the Jägermeister Cup will be Saturday, May 31st, when we take on Birmingham Legion. Then we also get the Chattanooga Red Wolves on Saturday, June 28th in the Jägermeister Cup at home. And to finish out the year, in October, we have 4 matches in October. 3 of the 4 will be at One Oak Field. We take on Lexington SC on October 4th, San Antonio FC on October 11th, and Colorado Springs Switchbacks, the defending champions, on October 25th. So we fully expect Harry to be in Tulsa on October 11th for that match because it's going to be a very important match, I believe.
Yes.
So, other news was since we last talked, we brought one more player back. Stefan Stojanovic returns to the team. Stefan played, I think, 32 to 34 contests last year, started 31 of them, led the club in shot attempts at 50. Let's see, where is it? Doesn't say how many goals he scored. I think he had 5 or 6 goals last year and a couple assists. Let me check my notes real quick because I do have it right there. He had 5 goals and 2 assists last year. I think the 5 goals are like tied with Philip Goodrum for the team lead. So I know me and you like Stefan in the preseason. He seemed to be scoring goals left and right. Your thoughts on Stefan returning to FC Tulsa?
No, like you said, he had at the time the most goals on our team with 5. He also appeared in 34 matches for us last season. Had 3 assists. I mean, well, we got to be honest. He did great when he could, but I think he was still playing under the shadow of other players, and that kind of I think kind of hindered his experience and his chemistry and flow with the team. But I was hoping for a lot more from him, especially in the ending when we needed him, when we didn't have good room, when we had a lot of injuries. But it was just the end of the season, and hopefully he can rebound from last season to being a lot better player and being more of a catalyst up front, scoring goals. But yeah, I'm hoping for the best for him for next season.
So yeah.
What do you think? How do you think his partnership with Khalil is going to be this season?
So what I saw with the problem was with Stepan last year is he was getting played out of position. Um, it seemed like it was magic the first game of the year against Las Vegas. Had a goal. He had a goal in the first game. Philip Goodrum had a goal in the first game, and it seemed like we were firing all cylinders. But we were playing two up top, and then it moved to where Philip was playing as a secondary striker or attacking midfielder, and Stojanovic was playing up top. And we all know that's not Philip's wheelhouse. And so I don't think Stefan was getting the delivery. Then we played El Paso, and it felt like it switched. They started playing Philip back up top, and Stojanovic as the attacking midfielder, second striker, right behind each other. And that just doesn't fit Stefan. That's not his position. I think Stefan is an out and out forward. I think he's a hold up forward, and I just don't think it worked. And then when we got Aaron Beboot on loan from LA Galaxy, they moved Stefan out to the right side. And I think he was just playing a little bit out of position there. So I think Stefan was playing out of position the whole season. That's my opinion. That's what I picked up from his playing. His movements, it just didn't seem like it was as crisp as what we saw in the preseason, which we saw him playing as an out and out forward.
Yeah.
And Khalil Medkar is not an out and out forward. He's a left winger attacking midfielder.
Yeah.
I think if the team goes with Stefan as the number one forward, number 9, I could see it working. I hope we make a bigger splash. I'm not going to lie. I want that big splash. I want that difference maker. Something that's going to shake up. No, we got to pay attention to FC Tulsa. I think Cal Jennings, Augustine Williams, that type of player with a Bruno Lapa. You got to bring in somebody with them. You got to bring somebody in with them.
Yeah.
The Pedro Dolabella, Bruno Lapa with that forward to make the difference. So, it was a surprise. I was really shocked about Stefan today. I'm not saying it's a bad shock. Glad he's back. I think he definitely can be a difference maker for us. He's got all the capabilities.
No, I agree. There's plenty of potential out there for him still with our team to do. And I think this is the season to prove it. All the haters, anybody that doubts him, last year was a fluke. And like you said, he was being played out of position. Sometimes he was behind Goodrum, or sometimes he was playing in front of him, and it just kind of didn't work out. And with having Goodrum, like, you expect him to be the one with the ball in the ending, but yeah. Well, what else you got for us?
For FC Tulsa, you got anything? Because I'm trying to bring up something real quick for something else, so we can talk about it in just a second.
No problem. I do want to go back to the schedule real quick. What game are you most excited about?
First home game of the year. First one.
First home game.
Super excited about
that. Tampa?
Tampa. Returning Nate Worth. Nate the Great.
Okay.
I know you love Nate. Nah, I'm just ready to have FC Tulsa back on the field. Looking forward to that Tampa Bay Rowdies game. Honestly, it's one of the last games of the year. Looking forward to San Antonio FC. We've developed a little bit of rivalry with them.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, look, I always like playing San Antonio. Other than that, it's just the USL. The teams are just getting parity's getting really good in the league. I mean, every game's gonna be a tough game. Super excited for all of them. So I just wanted to be a party at One Oak every time we have
Oh
a
yeah.
game. So,
Oh yeah.
what about you?
I'm a little bit upset with the league because every single year I don't remember a game that we had. I mean, I think we had one in and don't count me on this one, but 2019 in San Antonio. I want to say that was our first Saturday game at San Antonio.
Wow.
But yet again this year, May 28th, a Wednesday at San Antonio. I'm like, I really wanted to go down there because I want to see, meet Harry and meet some other people out there. But yet again, another Wednesday game, and it kind of killed me. I was like, come on, God. But
Yeah. Maybe we take a week off work and we just go.
yeah, I got some vacations, but they already have different plans. But no, I'm really excited about the Jaeger Cup match. I'm super excited to see Lexington come to the league and come out to Tulsa. Um, I got to be a little bit biased. March 22nd, we actually have a home game on my birthday. We're going to be playing North Carolina. I'm kind of amped about that. My mom's here now, so she'll be coming out to the game, and we'll hopefully celebrate and tailgate my birthday. So I'm kind of biased on that part, but other than that, I want to see that last match against Colorado Switchback being a playoff, not must-have win to make the playoffs, but us showing the Western Conference that be careful with a good result.
So, if you could do one road trip, which game would it be to?
That's possible this season.
Yeah, it's possible this season.
I gotta say it has to be Albuquerque against New Mexico. Those guys are out there really great. It's on a Saturday, and that's the match that I kind of have circled down for us. How about you?
It's probably going to be the Louisville City game because I just want to go to Lynn family.
Yeah.
Sit, hang out with my boy Philip Goodrum.
Yeah, he'll give you club seats. He'll give you club seats.
I hope so. I hope so.
And Harry, do me a favor, bud. You come out here. Don't worry about drinks. Don't worry about food. We got you. Spot you on that. Just get yourself up here and a hotel room. But yeah, you come out here, man. We got you. But do you remember what you were going to talk about?
All right, so yeah, we're done with FC Tulsa. We good there?
Yeah, we're good
there.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, the Tulsa FC Channel Cats, they had a game the other night, first home match of the year on December 21st. They fell to the Wichita Lady Luck 10-4, so it was tough matchup there. Look, they look good there for a while. Looks like I know Angela went. How'd she enjoy the Tulsa FC Channel Cat experience?
She loved it. I'm just gonna tell everybody, please bring some money with you as well, because I guess to buy the tickets you have to. I forgot what she said. Either it was to buy tickets you have to have cash, but to get drinks or food you have to have either a card or Cash App or something like that. But no, she loved it. It looked pretty good sized fans were out there.
Yeah, it did.
I was watching at a hotel in Birmingham the game for the first half, the first quarter actually, and then my connection was kind of falling off. So, but no, Angela loved it. She had a great time. My son went with her as well, and they got to root the team. They got this beautiful scarf here that she got me, and for her, it's pretty nice. But yeah, it was a good time. I heard our good friend Renee Wilson scored a goal. So that's going to be amazing.
She had an assist too, so she got on the score sheet twice. So
nice. But yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to watch them go out there. But you want to save that question for the ending?
Well, we can answer right now. So,
Well,
let's one last thing before we go into that question from Harry. But the next Tulsa FC Channel Cats game will be in Oklahoma City on January 11th at 7 p.m. Is in Oklahoma City. They take on the OKC Danger. Then the next home game will be I guess the Flick City is their B squad.
yeah, and they'll play in that
Oh,
SSL.
yeah. So that on 111 is the B squad playing the amateur squad taking on the KC Danger. Then on January 24th will be a doubleheader at Titan as the Flick City takes on the Yukon Rage. Then Tulsa FC takes on Omaha that night. So 2-for-1 game there. I imagine tickets for both games. I don't know, but you get a double dose of women's indoor soccer on January 24th.
Yeah, come out and support anybody. I'm going to be out there.
I'm going to go to that one, I think.
I think the whole 918 Brigade is going to come out to that match, and we'll come out and support. We love women's soccer. We love soccer all in general, but I'm glad there's a women's team here in Tulsa, and we're here to support them as well.
Yep. All right, so let's go to this question from Harry. He's asking any movement on the stadium for Tulsa. So I want to say this, Harry. We're this show. We don't really get any. We're not. The show's not affiliated with FC Tulsa. We just cover them because they're our favorite team. We're supporters group, do all that stuff. So all this info that we're hearing is maybe second, third hand. So we don't. It feels like front office sometimes especially the stadium issue. They're holding their cards close to their chest on it. When what we heard, Mariano, I know you heard, is that it's looking better. They're moving forward with some stuff. Finances is always the name because they're not trying to get any money from the city of Tulsa. They're trying to do it all on their own dime. So maybe a half, 2/3 have been raised so far for a stadium. Is that what you heard?
Yep. And this is what we've been told 2 months ago, so it could have changed by now. But 2/3 is already of the stadium's already kind of in the works. But don't hold us to it. But something could have changed. But we will be finding out here soon. Hopefully by the beginning of the season or in the middle about some good news.
We saw proposals to the city that there's the patch of land is already picked out, and they've already got a plan. It's kind of like the MAPS project in Oklahoma City, where they're trying to revitalize a portion of downtown Tulsa, new transit lines, this and that, and new recreation part and apartments and other stuff. So it's all coupled into it, be like a multi-purpose stadium, kind of like the MAPS project in Oklahoma City.
But better.
But better.
It's always better in Tulsa. It's always better.
Right. But we got the Canes ballroom, baby.
But as soon as we get some information, I will have, Ryan Craft or one of the Crafts come on the show and hopefully allow us to be a little kind of, what's the right word I'm trying to say, a little platform for him to be able to announce that or to tell us some information. But the more we find out, the sooner we find out, we'll let everybody know.
So what I get from the Crafts is they don't like to announce anything until it is for certain. And I think that's the proper way to do it. That way they're not trying to get everybody's hopes up and then if it happens to fall through, bad feelings, So I think that's where we're at on that. But we all want a stadium. We do.
Yeah, we're tired of seeing all these teams kind of leave because they can't have their S in the row, I hate seeing, RGV go. I hate seeing, and Memphis. And Memphis is a surprise because they're consistent playoff teams, And but yeah, hopefully we can get our stuff done, and hopefully in 2027 or something like that can be either finished or have it ready by then. But that's us wishing, hopeful wishing.
Yeah. All right. So do you have any more local news or anything, Mario?
No, I don't have any local news right now. I'm ready for preseason.
Yes. So, I wanted to do the ending. I want to do a little spin on it since it is New Year's Eve. Instead of doing hot takes, New Year's resolutions.
Oh my God.
I just threw that at you. Threw a
Yeah,
curveball at you right there.
we need
So,
to communicate a little bit better with these,
no,
so
no, I like spicing it up on you. Variety is the spice of life. So, what is your, and it could be club related, or it could be the show related, or it could be personal related. A New Year's resolution from Mariana Solar.
oh my God. I'm gonna give you three because I've actually been thinking about this one, and I think I might be doing something kind of crazy with my first one. I'm gonna do club first. So
Okay.
my club one is I am going to get drunk like you guys always make me and actually capo some matches. Yes, I'm actually gonna start maybe even get out there and capo with Angela's help, but um, I'm gonna try. Don't hold me to it, Steve. I said try, but I'm gonna try to do that. We always start the chants and everything like that, and I kind of want to be a little bit more vocal, more leadership role. I've been supporting the scene for this 2015. And every name change, everything like that, but I want to help out some like that, and so yeah, you're gonna be seeing me drunk on TV, capoing, screaming at the goalie, everything. Um, Podcast related, we're gonna kind of do um, a little bit more visual, more stuff like that, more podcasting. Things are starting to ease up on my side. I know David's starting to ease up on his a little bit, but we'll do some more of that. I know we say that every year, but I think we've been a little bit more consistent than before, and even have a website here soon, hopefully. Um, and then personally, um, I I don't know. I'm gonna let everything just flow. I can't be in control all the time, so I'm gonna let everybody else make decisions, and I'll just be the yes man.
There
How
you go.
about you, David?
Those are really good ones. So I'll try to think of three as well. So for the team, um one thing I would love to do is it feels like there's been section 115 doesn't get full enough. And I think that's the goal, is to get that section uh more populated this season. Because when it's fuller and the crowd is going, it seems to make the game so much fun. So, um, podcast is, you mentioned a little something. I'm gonna start working on trying to get a website up for the 918 Brigade and the Outsiders podcast. So that will be good. Mariano will do a editorial every week on the game. I think that will be.
Oh
And,
God,
and he'll do the editorials right after the game. So if he had a little
yeah.
too much to drink,
Those are the
we'll
nights
get
that I'm
him
not
to.
capo. That's not the nights I'm not capo.
So his capo nights, he will do a small editorial. Also, I'd like to, you know, us as a supporters group, being 918 Brigade members, you know, I feel like we can do more. I think our purpose is, you know, to we're more for the games. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think, if we get some new banners, make some drums and stuff, our own stuff, and we could up the ant level in the stadium. Personally wise, it's gonna be a little selfish, but I want my boys' team to go undefeated again. So might watch a couple more coaching videos. I don't know.
I guess I'll give you some notes, my son. I'll give you some notes.
But
Oh man,
yeah,
That's,
nah, it's all good.
all three of them are really good, man. All three of them are really good,
But
man. But
uh, it's been a good night. I like your squad.
yeah,
So
but So you had the New Year's resolutions. I gotta ask you, what's one thing that next year you want the team to do?
And
And
I'm kind of be a little
it could be, you know,
sorry to hear.
playoffs, whatever, whatever you want the team. This podcast is by supporters for supporters. But for tonight, let's talk to the team. What we want.
So there's a couple things that I want. Like, of course, we all want playoffs. We want a home playoff game. I want and I've seen it the last couple of years, the transparency to keep up. They've done a really good job with that, like injury reports and having town halls and talking to the fans, talking to the supporters groups. Just keep that up because it just is keep up that connection with your supporters. It will just keep the team going. I know Harry's group just lost their main supporters group because they're on hiatus. I don't want to have that for us. I don't want to become that discontented with our team that us as a group that likes to go yell and stand together and chant together. I don't want us to say we're not going to do that anymore. So just keep the transparency, keep the lines of communication open. That's what I want. Second thing is, and this is for me, I want some good hats. Just want some good hats. I want a good fitted hat. I don't want. It just felt like last year's all the merch was for a younger generation, and I'm 42, and I'm set in my ways. I like my flex fit hats. I like, but yeah, just some good hats. That's what I want. How about you?
All right. So you stole my first one. And yet again, it's sad to see what happened to San Antonio. Um, Reason I love the sport, the reason I love soccer over baseball, football, basketball, and everything. This sport is for, just like this podcast, is for fans to fans. Um, Soccer isn't nothing without fans. The sports isn't nothing without their fans. But this is the heart and soul of a team. Without the fans, there's no soccer. Yeah, there can be a team playing here. No revenue, no nothing, no voice. This is Tulsa. We are proudful. We want to be supporting the best team. I'm going to be here, win, lose, or draw, either way. But oh, you got to have that communication with us, and you guys are doing great. And every year, you're getting better and better. So that's my number one. Number two, I'm going to be biased. I want playoffs. I'm tired of it. I want to see us destroy a team for nothing. I don't want to sit back on 2-0. I don't want to park the bus. Buses are no longer allowed at Winoak, except if it's against a good team, not like San Antonio, but a good team. But shots fired. I know this wasn't supposed to be hot takes, but shots are fired. Um, I want to make the playoffs. I want to do a run. Yeah, our fans, me, a lot of people deserve it. We spend a lot of money, time, and a lot of time away from our families to come and support and be with our soccer family. My third thing that I want to see, and I really want to see, I want to see some different kind of merch. I'm kind of getting tired of just like the regular T-shirts. Make a basketball, make a baseball shirt, make there's a lot of fans here that they don't support soccer and kind of get them intrigued. Like I wear my jersey somewhere, like, ooh, I wore it to South Florida last weekend. It was like, hey, I really like your shirt. I was like, yeah. It was like, it's a soccer team. And then they're like, oh, okay. But they like the style. We make the best style every year. We have something nice. We have something really good looking. Switch it up. Give me like a baseball top. Give me a basketball shirt, basketball shorts. I know you have the connections, Titan. Let's switch it up a little bit. But that's my hope for the team and playoffs.
And playoffs.
And playoffs.
Yeah.
Did I say playoffs?
Playoffs. Talking playoffs.
Playoffs. But you got anything else, bud?
I'm good. Got my Victor cigar, another podcast in.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Don't ask me the number because I lost track. Well, David, thank you for being on, man. I really appreciate it. For anybody that's watching this via live, also hearing it the next day or following on the pre-recorded one, really appreciate it. Really like the questions, really liked everything, the comments. And if you have any suggestions, anything, please let me know. I'm sorry if I'm mumbling. Last week I got my teeth done, and you're gonna hear me like this for another couple weeks. But thank you all for being on. Do me a favor, go out, support Tulsa FC Tulsa. If you want to support all and every kind of soccer in Tulsa, Green Country, thank you for supporting us by watching, listening, giving us feedback. Really appreciate it. We're hoping that we can get Josh on sometime in the near future, but the man's a working man now, so we'll see about that. Shadow Wolf, thank you for everything you do. All the questions, comments, the hassle. Yes, I'm bald a little bit. I appreciate it for you noticing. But I really appreciate it so much, man. Thank you all for being on. Thank you for listening. My favorite part of the podcast and episode, Vamos Tulsa.
Vamos Tulsa.
I caught the Glock, mama oldest acting like he grown. Now peep the logic. I got a heap of problems. A mathematician, you see, I gotta keep it honest. I'm past offensive. From my childhood, I force you to forfeit. Turn snitch across over source work for corporate. The hardship is not marked for fake artists barking. The artsy astrologist, a start to your rocket ship. Soon as I change styles, the moment that y'all pocket it. And prophets' eyes, prophesize giant size dollar clips for blessings. And ain't no way contested for us outsiders charging 20 G's a session.
Forward and I can't go back. Lessons that I went through, put some questions on my mental. Forward and I can't go back. The stress that I've been through, I left that in the rear view. Forward and I can't go back. Lessons that I went through, put some questions on my mental. Forward and I can't go back. The stress that I've been through, I left that in the rear view.
Yeah, outsiders in the casa. Outsiders in the casa.